Hello, this is Faith at Faith and Books. Don't mind all the mess here. I've been working on organizing the books. My son's girlfriend, who was going to do it, is quarantining with her parents, so we don't get to see her anymore. So she had to give up the job, and so I'm trying to do it. And I'm not very good at this sort of thing. But anyway, so that's why it's such a mess here. Anyway, what was I going to talk about? Okay, so this is the next episode of Unexpectedly Homeschooling. And the theme for March 26, 2020 is jokes. So kids love jokes. I thought one of the pleasures of being a parent is watching your kids develop a sense of humor. Kids, naturally develop this, and it's nice to watch it. And one of the things about jokes is it really helps kids learn the subtleties of language, how language works, how communication works, how timing makes a difference. A lot of jokes are based on puns, or they follow certain patterns, like knock knock jokes, or yo mama jokes, and that sort of thing. And so there's a lot of subtlety in it that really helps develop language. And for my kids, who are very reluctant writers, and I would make them do copy work, starting out when they were very, after they had learned how to form their letters, which wasn't easy for my kids. I think the light of this laptop is shining on my face and making me look especially shiny. They enjoyed the first copy work that they often did willingly was to copy over jokes that they liked. So when kids memorize jokes and they get the timing and that sort of thing, then again, just like with the magic show from Houdini, the 24th, is it 24th, 23rd? I'm getting confused because I'm making these and then I'm doing them for the next day. So, but anyway, just like they like putting on magic shows or any kind of shows, that they like to tell jokes. And so you can get them to maybe do a little stand-up comedy, or put on a funny sketch, or make a video for a grandparent or a teacher or somebody they're missing because everyone's quarantined at home. So let's see, there's different types of jokes. There's the slapstick kind of humor. There's kind of the body humor, BAWDY, which often involves the BODY type of humor, which kids sort of naturally go through phases where they find, bathroom humor is appreciated by them, which I think is sort of a way of them dealing with the baser elements in life. But you don't want to go too far with that. But if you have older kids, that might be something of interest, especially if you're looking into Shakespeare and that sort of thing. And then if you want to watch clean humor, the two people I can recommend are Brian Regan and Jim Gaffigan. I enjoy both of those. Puns are really fun, and they're a really kind of subtle play on words that, and a lot of times they'll bring in things that maybe kids don't know about. Like I just read a silly pun for kids. I mean, a joke based on a pun. Now I'm terrible at jokes. I never remember the punchline. So let's see if I can remember this one. Had something about why did the limestone complain to the geologist? And the answer was it thought it was being taken for granite. Not instead of for granted, right? And so there's so much play in that. First of all, you have to know what limestone is, right? It's a type of stone. Then you have to know what a geologist is, right? And then you have to know the phrase taken for granted. And then you have to know it's a pun on granite. And then it's also a pun because taken for granted, and taken meaning being understood to be limestone. When you explain a joke, it's not funny. But there's just, if you're 7 years old or something, being introduced to that joke, there's kind of a wealth of knowledge in that. So I think we underestimate the significance of humor, you know, just in human development. In if you can belly laugh with someone, that means you're friends. You know, that means you can really relax with each other. I think a lot of tension can be diffused through humor. My husband's especially good at this. I'm not. I'm still taking lessons from him on how to deal with issues with children with humor. So puns are really fun. Then there's the formula ones, the knock knock jokes, the why did the chicken cross the road kind of jokes. Then there's the funny poems. Some really funny poems that I know that I enjoyed were The Cremation of Sam McGee, which is a really good one, and Matilda. I forget the whole name. Matilda, I think it's by Hilaire Belloc. And then, of course, there's a lot of funny books your kids might enjoy reading. I know my kids loved Calvin and Hobbes. That was just one of their first real reading. You know, once we got out of the readers, they gravitated to Calvin and Hobbes. Also, the Wayside School books by Louis Sachar are really funny. Homer Price is a really funny book. There's some really good, funny kids books. So anyway, the focus of this is on jokes and your kids maybe trying to write their own jokes, maybe learning how to tell a good joke, maybe learning about the history of vaudeville, reading a funny story, or reading a funny poem, or even funny songs. All that sort of stuff, and then maybe putting on their own show, telling the jokes. And I have one source that I'll link below. I'll link to some of the books too. But parade.com, you know, that magazine that used to, I don't know, is it still, I haven't gotten a real life newspaper in so long. It used to be an insert in the Sunday Washington Post. Now I just have the Washington Post as my page that comes up. But back in the day, I used to read the Parade magazine. And so if you go to parade.com, you can just Google this, kids jokes. They have a list of lots of fun jokes for kids to learn. So I'll put that link below. So that's my idea for today. And in this time of the coronavirus when, oh my gosh, it's like living through a nightmare, isn't it? Having a sense of humor will really go a long way to helping us all kind of chill out a bit. So that's the theme for today, and I'll put links in the show notes below. And I hope you all stay happy and take care till tomorrow. Bye.